So since Monday, you've talked loads about my guest who has literally just joined me in the studio. We're very, very excited. He's part of a band that was, just totally huge in the 80s and 90s. Lots of you still love and listen to their music. And here's a little taster of what they've given us. I mean, just hearing those tracks there, Teri Meri gal ban gayi, has ho gaya, it gives me great pleasure in saying, joining me live in the studio now, is that voice you've been hearing for years. He's now making a comeback. Surj Sahota, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much indeed, Noreen. It's very nice to be here. Thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure having you sitting right in front of me in the studio.
Same here. Blessings.
And thank you so much for choosing to come on this show to talk about your career. And
well, I had to do the exclusive on your show, Noreen. So it's a pleasure to be here, and I hope the fans are going to be very happy to hear the new material.
I'm very excited to be able to play two of your brand new tracks which haven't been heard anywhere. We have got the world exclusives, but we will come on to those in a while. Surj, earlier on, I was playing some tracks in the old school hour,
right,
and I always tend to spin a little bit of Sahotas. I try to squeeze you in at least once or twice a week.
Respect, thank you.
Not only because I love, obviously, a lot of your music, but because I know every time I play a Sahotas track...
I thought you guys weren't born when I was doing my music.
Well, I was about 9 months.
Oh, that's well, that's good.
But every time I play one of your tracks, we always get such a reaction. I mean, everyone obviously gets very nostalgic when they hear old school music, in particular British Asians when they hear classic Bhangra songs. But there just seems to be something about the Sahotas music. I don't know what it is. I mean, what do you think it is, Surj? What do you think it was that you created?
What it is, when we did our first album, Gidda Pao, right, we created our own style. We're the only band, I think, we don't take a toll on stage for a start. We rock the crowd with tabla rhythms and tolak rhythms with this Sahota sound. Now, a lot of people, we just didn't want to jump on the bandwagon type of thing. It's best to perform music, what you feel from your soul, and that's what we created. It's just what we are, and it's our sound. And obviously, I have a style of vocal. I've listened to many vocalists, and as a child, I thought, if I'm going to come into this industry, I need to have my own style. So that's where
who were you listening to growing up? Who inspired you to get into music?
Wow, many greats. I mean, we're all self-taught musicians, but Sare Sade Ustad, they're from Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan to Kishore Kumar to Bob Marley to Michael Jackson. But I'm very inspired by the roots Punjabi singers like Sardool Skandar, Surinder Shinda, Gurdas Maan, Hans Raj Hans. So I grew up listening to that type of vocal, and I thought, wow, this is really cool, because there's a lot of feeling behind their vocals.
Were your mum and dad into music in any way? Or, did they play instruments? Did they sing? Do you come from a musical family?
Basically, my father sadly passed away after I was born. But we had a lovely old brother, our Baji. He was the one who used to play this music all the time. So it's music all around it. He was in a band originally. And, and because music was playing, like Qawwalis would be playing all day. So we had a feel of all types of music. So it is thanks to him that music was playing in the house. And we just kind of grew up, we thought, wow, what's this? And it just naturally came to all of us.
And what age were you when you brothers... I mean, are you all brothers or are some of you cousin brothers?
We're all brothers. We've even got a sixth brother. His name is Teri.
But he was never in the band, though?
Nah, he's a big inspiration as well for me coming back. Yeah, we call the sixth brother. He's been there from day one. So, but yeah, I mean...
I think what was great about you guys as well was because back in, in the 80s, you had lots of obviously live bhangra bands.
Yeah.
But you were different in the sense because you were younger than
That's right.
There was Apna Sangeet, there was Allah, there was DCS, there was Hira, Kala, Breathe and all of them.
That's right.
But they were obviously a little bit older and a bit more mature.
Yeah.
Whereas you were young, fresh, you were brothers, like you said, self-taught musicians.
Right.
And it was just fresh and different and new.
Well, no, it had to, because I always say, if I don't feel it, I'm not going to sing it. And if we're not going to feel the music, we're not going to produce it. So that's what it's all about. I get so many songs and lyrics sometimes. And I always say, there's a lot of writers come to me with lyrics all the time. And I say, you know what, I can take a song off anyone. If the lyrics mean something to me, then I'm going to go for it. So it's all a feel thing. Music is a feel thing, isn't it?
Of course.
So, yeah. So, I mean, but the thing is, I think it was... we loved having our style. And it's so lovely to hear after so many years when people come up to me and say, Surj, you know what? Every time we hear a Sahotas track, it sounds like it's been recorded yesterday.
It still sounds very fresh and contemporary.
I don't know, we're just very blessed. I think, people say, you guys were ahead of your time. And, to get those kind of messages coming from people, it just gives you more encouragement to work hard. We do work very hard, that's, to get the best.
You were obviously probably, teenagers when you started performing?
Well, Raj, my older brother, he started playing tabla when he was 9 years old. I joined a school choir when I was 11. And it was like 30 girls and just me. And my mates went, Surj, what's that girl thing you want to do? I said, listen, I just love singing, And then I started singing, and then I remember saying to my teacher once, I goes, is it all right if I can sing in the Thursday assembly? And can I play the piano as well? And it happened. And
what did you sing?
I don't know, it was probably Morning Has Broken or something like that. kids thing. And then, then I started just singing in churches and temples. And we did start very, very early. Then Mukhi joined us around when we were about 16. And,
so you call him Mukhi?
Mukhi, yeah, Mukta, yeah. We call him Mukhi, yeah, that's right. Or we call him Muk sometimes. And he got Surj. That's just out of order, man. Don't call us Muk. You know what I mean? But no, I mean... it was through school. We felt it in our school times. When we were like sixth form, about 15, 16, bhangra took off massive. We got a lot of respect for bands like Alap, Hira.
So were you listening to bands like Alap and Hira?
Yes.
And did that inspire you as well to form your own bands?
I remember when Alap came to Dudley near Wolverhampton, and I went to see them there. And I thought, wow, this is just great. I want to be a part of this. So... yeah, we wrote our first album while we were in school. We were supposed to be doing exams, but we just skiving everything off. And
did you write the lyrics yourself as well? Or did you have a bit of help with the lyrics?
All lyrics are co-written by myself, but I like to give credits, I mean, I always give the idea and say the hook lines and the chorus. And Dalvinder Sangha has been a big part of my life. I mean, even today we're working on this, because I'm bringing the whole Sahota sound back. And even today I've got him part of my lyric team. Yeah.
But like you said, between you brothers, one probably did the composing and the arrangements, and you were quite self-sufficient, weren't you, in that sense? You didn't have a big team helping you.
No, everything was in-house,
Yeah, all self-contained.
Me and Mukhtar, we're the producers of Sahotas. Everything, I would come out with the melody and the lyrics, and then I would get with Mukhtar, and then we start writing the rhythms to it. Yeah, and we just take it from there. Yeah, everything was done in-house. Yeah.
I've just seen a text. Somebody's texted in saying, "Is that really him? Can you say hi from me? I'm his #1 fan. Can you say hi to Satnam? Because he can't believe it's actually you live in the studio."
Satnam, Sasrikal Paji, yes, it is me. My voice sounds a bit tight because we're rehearsing very hard for the 21st show. Yeah.
Okay, so obviously very exciting stuff happening as well. You're going to be releasing some brand new music tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Which we're going to get to play on the show today.
Yeah.
But before we get on to your new music, I mean, I do want to play one of your classic tracks.
Right.
Any ideas which one that might be? I mean, there's so many to choose from. Which one do you think I might be playing?
It might be Holi Holi. Actually, no, that's not out yet.
Begins with H.
Yeah, it's Hassel, yeah. I'm sure it's Hassel, yeah.
Do you think that is would you say that's like your signature tune?
Well, it's definitely an anthem. Wherever we go, I mean, when I was out in Florida with my children, it's playing in the Disney theme parks every hour. So that was, we was like, wow, what's going on here? Yeah, it's just one of them songs which came very, very naturally to us, even in writing. And I think me and Mukhtar, we produced in about 4 hours. I was sitting with my harmonium, came with the melody and the idea and the lyrics. And I said, I'm really feeling this tune. I goes, Mucky, I called him up. I goes, but Surj, I'm just having my tea. I said, listen, forget your tea, man. Come on, get to the studio now. we need to write this tune. And it was a very natural problem.
How did it just come to you, though? What was going through your mind when you put together Hus Ho Gaya?
Yeah, Noreen, I mean, everything to me, like I says, I started playing the melody on my harmonium and the whole thing I do at the beginning, the ad-libs and the alarms.
We'd love it if you did some now. People want you to do it live on air, Surj.
I'll do it in a bit.
When you're ready.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just one of them tunes, you know, I know it's very hard. You gotta have a good feel for what you're doing, yeah. And I'll work very, very hard on my melodies. We're very self-critical about ourselves. Maybe that's what it is. That's what gets the best out of us.
Did you expect Hus Ho Gaya to be the anthem that it turned out to be?
Never.
So when you were sitting there, like you said, in those few hours, you created Hus Ho Gaya, like you'd created many other tracks, but there seems to be something about this one.
Wow, I don't know. It's a blessing. I think it's a godly thing. I'm very into Sufi music.
You're quite a spiritual person.
Very spiritual, yeah.
Okay, Surj, we'll talk some more. Lots of questions are coming in for you. I do have Surj Sahota live in the studio. He doesn't very often do interviews, so we're very lucky we've got him today. We're going to be playing some of his brand new music in a while. But I thought I'd treat you to Hus Ho Gaya because I know so many of you love this. If you have a question, just text in now to 81869. It's the BBC Asian Network. You're with Noreen Khan, and I am lucky enough to be in conversation with the lead vocalist of the awesome band Sahotas. Surj Sahota, if you've just switched the radio on, is live in the studio with me. You know, Surj, we're getting some really lovely emails. I'll just read one. Nice. Here's one from Amandeep. He says, the Sahotas were just something else, way ahead of their time. Nobody has come anywhere close to them. Wow. Musically, they and Pardesi broke barriers and innovated. The music was so different and still sounds classic. I remember buying their first album and thinking, wow, each album got better and better. Amazing to listen to, chill to, and dance to.
Wow.
Because you did release quite a few studio albums.
It's very humbling to hear comments like that. Yes, definitely. I mean, it was just all like a dream. It's like every album was just becoming hit after hit after hit, and
we couldn't get enough.
The fan base grew, and now, like you said, we do have very loyal fans. And because we're so different, we have our style. I mean, that is one of the reasons. Even now, I meet fans all the time, and they say to me, Surj, you know, if you are going to come back, please keep that same style. So I am, as you will hear in the new tracks,
which we're going to play in a few minutes.
Yes, we have, you know, tried to bring that sound, and it's purely because of the fans. One of the reasons I am sitting here today.
And Surj, can you just clear something up for us? Because earlier on we had a little debate going about the song Akhiyan Sambhal.
Yeah.
Can you confirm it was from the album Sahota Beat? It wasn't Gidapa, which we wrongly thought it might be.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, Akhiyan Sambhal Be Looking Small is of Sahota Beat. And
did you perform that on Cilla Black Surprise Surprise?
That's correct, we did, yes.
How did you feel when you got that call from ITV saying, well, we'd like you guys to perform?
We were just so happy the fact we were going to meet Cilla Black, never mind what song we were going to sing or anything. Yeah.
What was she like in person?
She was absolutely amazing, very down-to-earth person, and she loved the song. I mean, the audience were jumping when we were recording Akhiyan Sambhal. And like I said, we just knocked on the door at the back, and when she was, you know, relaxing, and she just welcomed us, had a cup of tea and coffee with us. Very, very relaxed woman, very nice person, very, very, very down to earth.
And
person.
I've got to ask you, obviously you were part of the whole daytimer movement.
Right, yes, that's right.
Did you perform at a lot of daytimers?
Oh, yes, we did. We were full-time musicians, you know what I mean? We had to eat.
So you were at all these, like, you know, venues where college students and school kids would bunk school, basically.
Yeah, all the kids were skiving off to come and see us. Yeah, it was cool.
And which track of yours did they really, really love every time you dropped?
Well, it was all like every time, like, so we did the Arja tour for the Arja album. So we did the
Ish tour. That's my favourite album, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Arja.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we like toured each album for 2 years, and we'd be playing all the tracks over and over again, and everybody had their favourites. So it's cool. It's all good.
Okay, Surj, before the news then, let's play one of your brand new songs, which we're very excited about. Tell us about Tu Mil Gayi.
Tu Mil Gayi, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to the famous lyric writer Jandu Litranwala, and I'm so proud to be working with him after so many years. I didn't even know he was from Wolverhampton. By the way, a big up to all the Wolves people. I had to say that. So yes, and got seeing the lyrics for the songs, and actually I think this lyric was going to go over to Mumbai for a Bollywood film.
Okay.
And obviously then we met with Jandu Litranwala, and there's a lovely guy called Amajit Singh from Fighting Cocks. I want to big up him because he actually said to Jandu Litranwala that this type of lyric has to be sung by Surj Sahota. So I got the song and straight away started feeling this song. It's a very, 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 very deep love type of song. A very Soni Mehwal, that type of love. So I had to, the lyrics are very powerful. It was very, and I had to get the feel right on it when I was singing.
Okay.
And now I think the results come out pretty cool.
Here we go, everyone. Surj Sahota is back. The track's called Tu Mil Gayi.
BBC Asian Network World Exclusive on Noreen Khan.
Meri akh vich rendi lo, meri akh vich rendi lo, jadon di mainu tu mil gayi, jadon di mainu tu mil gayi. Ho meri duniya ho gayi ho, jadon di mainu tu mil gayi, jadon di mainu tu mil gayi, hai jadon di mainu tu mil gayi. Ho meri.
You know, Surj, people are loving this already. I've had a tweet going, only 5 seconds into this track, and I'm loving it. Tu Mil Gayi. Surj Sahota is back, everyone.
That feels great. I mean, the fans have waited such a long time, and, because of their love and sport, like I said before, that's the reason I'm sitting in. And it was very important for me to bring that sound back, and I've worked very, very hard.
You certainly have brought it back.
And yeah, I mean, every fan around the world, like I said, it's they who make who we are, and we try our best. That's all we do to produce good music. And I hope they enjoy the new Sahota flavour style, which I'm trying to bring through now.
And we have another world exclusive to play for you after 4 o'clock. We'll talk more with Surj Sahota. If you have a question, text it through to 81869. Wow, how good is this sounding? Aja Aja. From that album, Aja, released in 1989, which I always thought, Surj, was a bit underrated,
That's very kind of you.
Because people, do talk about the other albums quite a lot.
Yeah.
But for me, this was one seriously good album.
I must say, this is one of my favourite albums as well. Going back in memory lane, this was a great journey recording this album. It was, hot nights and the vibes were good. Yeah, but it is one of, Aja's an album which you couldn't really recreate that album again. You couldn't do the same. It was just for that moment. I think that's why it sticks out. But everybody's got their favourites, so I don't want to start on that. Yeah.
Well, Pal's just tweeted me saying, you got to ask Surj about his personal favourite track from his own music.
Wow.
I don't know. Can you answer that?
I've got so many, because every track I write, I try and write it like a classic. There's no running order with Sahota's songs. So I write them as a favourite. When I'm actually writing, I'll say, right, this is going to be my favourite. This is the way I'm going to do this, and this is when I'm going to do that. But now I don't have Ardas Karde for vocals. Ardas Karde the Revolution, I think that's one of my best performances on record, because I've got about 6 harmonies going. We'll double track my lead vocal. I think I've really worked. I think that's one of the works I'm very proud of, I would say. But I wouldn't say I have a favourite, no.
I just want to say to anyone who may have just switched the radio on, this is Surj Sahota's first interview in about 10 years. I mean, how lucky are we to get Surj on the show? And we're also going to be playing some more of his brand new music.
Yeah, can I just say, is he okay? I thought my manager was taking me to Pebble Mill Studios. That's how long it's been.
We're now in the Mill, but you know what? I've never actually been to Pebble Mill myself, because that was before I joined the BBC.
Wow!
So I've never seen Pebble Mill Studios.
Now you're cool here. You got a shopping centre and everything next to it.
It's quite nice here. Got a nice little, Lovely sort of cube over there to watch and look at, and the canal.
No, it was a lovely place, Peppermill. We've got great memories there. I mean, we did loads of work and interview and worked with the BBC there as well. So
you must have, just generally though, so many awesome memories of just performing with the Sahotas up and down the country, around the world.
Yeah, I mean, all this about, the Sahotas. Look, first of all, it's love and respect to all my brothers, my family, Burap and Hirapur, Kokial, everyone connected to the Sahota family. Yeah, I mean, I do miss it. I've tried very, very hard to put the band back. It's taken me 4 years, Noreen Khan, to get this show on the road. And the first 2 years was just trying to get the boys back. And just after so much time, commitment and that. But hopefully one day there might be a reunion tour or something. You never know.
Yeah, so at the moment it's you, obviously, Surj Sahota, kind of on your own, but still bringing back the Sahota sound.
Well, I've got 6 professional musicians right now in my band. They've been rehearsing for 1 whole year to create this Sahota sound. And obviously, I'm going to bring a little more edge to it, because obviously I'm coming back as a solo artist. But first and foremost, the whole writing, the whole procedure is purely for the Sahotas fans. I just want to give it to them like we did before, and then God willing.
And boy, are they ready for it. They really, really are, because,
Oh, yeah, they've, I tried to leave the planet, but it's people just keep dragging me back.
Well, the thing is, you see, when you've created something so good, you can't just run away and think, oh, yeah, they'll forget about it, because when people like myself spin your tunes all the time, people are like, yeah, we want more, we want more.
Yeah, well, when I was in Florida in Disney World, and my son said to me, Dad, your song's playing Hustle, yeah? I just get out of it. This is one of the theme parks in Florida. And I says, nah, I goes, come on, son, you're having a joke. And he actually recorded it on the camcorder and it was playing. And I thought, wow.
How does that make you feel, though, when you hear tracks being played in Florida?
It's, to me, the whole thing is just a blessing, I feel so happy from my heart. Yeah, and it's the fans, that's what it is, that, our job is, we're here to entertain and make people happy, and we've sung for thousands of weddings, and so many songs have been connected to love stories for couples. I've said, we heard your song, Surj, we fell in love, and then we got married, then I'm performing it on the wedding day. So there's so many memories. I mean, to play at the Royal Albert Hall at the age of 17.
You were the first bungalow band, weren't you, to perform at the Royal Albert Hall?
Yes, I guess so. We're 17. Yeah, we did the school proms things. That was the BBC setup, and that's when our career started.
Okay.
We did the school proms thing, and we won that competition. Played at the Albert Hall, and then we got our first Punjabi record deal. Yeah, straight after.
You must have thought, wow, it's finally happening now.
I never seen so much people when I walked into that hall. Wow, 8,000 people is fantastic.
But back then, you were signed by EMI Records, and your single Out of Reach, it reached the UK Top 100.
It did,
that's pretty awesome for that time.
Well, yeah, we were trying something out. I wish we had. The single was great, but I think the album was. I think we could have done a bit more better on the album, actually. Yeah, that was another journey. It was great to be with Sting's people, Miles Copeland, IRS, EMI Records. Yeah, we had a great journey with them guys too.
What a journey it's been. And the journey's not over yet though, Surj, because it's just it's starting again.
Wow.
Because, like you said, after that 10-year sort of break.
Yeah, God willing, I hope, I do have a second shot at it.
So is the big plan now, obviously, you're releasing these singles. Hopefully one day there will be an album.
Definitely. I mean, I came back, I'm with Movie Box, and I just want to say, before we carry on, I just want to say a massive thank you to Kamran and Shabir Saab, because I think it's also taken me 4 years, Noreen, to find the right record company. And it was so easy. They are the biggest label, and they've been absolutely professional with me. So I came back like old school, So I said, Cameron, so I'm gonna record this album. When are we gonna drop this album? Because times and everything's changed so much, It's
all about the singles.
It's all about the singles, yeah. So I said, listen, my fans have waited so long, yeah. Can we drop 2 singles at least, yeah? So that's why we've come out with 2. So, but definitely, I'm working on the album. Hopefully towards the end of the year.
And you're going to start touring soon, aren't you?
Absolutely, come and watch us 21st next week.
So next week, I'm already getting messages going, looking forward to seeing you next Saturday.
And the 27th, yeah.
Describe how it feels to be sort of out there, putting out your new material now after all these years.
I feel like I'm 16 again, you know what I mean? It's like everywhere I look, I'm just smiling, I'm so happy, and, like I said, thanks to God, He's giving me, this duty again to sing, and I'm really blessed with it. I can't wait to get back on stage and rock and roll, I can't wait. So please come and join me for the party.
Another track I'm sure you're going to be performing next Saturday is Holi Holi. Again, another world. Tell us about Holi Holi.
Well, this is it. You see, with Sahotas, now you've just heard Tu Milgi. That's very traditional, very rootsy type of folk song, and even with that rhythm, like people say Hasoge, if you look at the tempo of the music, you can do Bhangra to our music. It's like if you play the dole at the right tempo, you can, because that's what Hasoge was written on. A lot of people just don't know that sometimes. Definitely Holi Holi. Then
it's got a real reggae vibe, this one.
Well, this is it, because like we cover 4 type of genres. We do dance styles, we do reggae styles, and then we do roots Punjabi style, and this is more on the reggae tip. We're loving this one.
And it's a bit of English singing in this one as well.
I've tried something.
Noticed?
I've tried I've tried a few of my English vocals on this, but it worked. That's why I used it. If it didn't work, I wouldn't have used it. But we're getting some really cool feedback. In fact, I'm singing a few lines in English.
Great. So here you go, listeners of the BBC Asian Network. You have another musical treat now. After 10 years, Surj Sahota is doing his first interview on this station, and he's come armed today, not with one world exclusive, but 2, and you're about to hear the second one.
BBC Asian Network world exclusive on Noreen Khan.
Holi holi nachdi gidde vich yo kudi aa gayi laal pulliya cho has ke akkhan naal mundiyan nu maar gayi I love how you move that way, I love how you feel this, I love how you swing that head, I love how you feel it, miss.
It's 4:21. This is BBC Asian Network. You're with Noreen Khan, and I still have Surj Sahota live in the studio with me. You've just heard another one of his brand new tracks called Holi Holi. Here's a text just to give you an example of what the listeners think. I'm loving this new track. Sahotas were the only group to use reggae in their music. Big shout out to the one and only Sahotas, and that's from Dami.
Dami, God bless you. Thank you.
That did have a real summery vibe to it.
Yes, that's right. We've timed it well. That's if the weather holds. And we hope it's going to be pumping in the cars soon.
And like you said, you've managed to keep that sort of signature Sahota sound in these new tracks. And your vocals don't seem to have changed.
Well, like I says, I spent a whole year just doing riyaz on my voice first, and it's a blessing that it's coming through again. How does it feel coming back on the scene like almost a decade later? For you, has a lot changed? Yeah, there's lots of things changed. There's just one concern for me. I mean, if you look at Holi Holi, I just want to say this, especially to the youth today and the kids listening, because it's very important. I mean, 90% of Holi Holi was recorded live. Excuse me. And it's just the santoor part, the keyboard parts I played myself. But I'd really like the kids today, rather than relying on the software, and everybody's got a home studio nowadays, we're really losing that live thing. If people want to learn and the kids want to learn an instrument, please pick up the instrument. It's not you can click on a mouse and get this corrected on your PC or your software, whatever studio thing you're using. To me, I'd rather you pick up the drum kit, play the drum kit, and if you're going to make a mistake, correct it on the drum kit, rather than because we're all about live music or rock and roll, we're supposed to be the Punjabi rockers, and it's just a bit of a shame that
sadly the live music scene is dying, isn't it?
Yeah, and we really need to bring it back. And it's like with what we did out in India, and Bollywood have picked on Bhangra. Everybody's thieving Bhangra all over the world, and it's just shame that it's the UK Bhangra started here. So especially for the youth day, like I says, if Holi Holi, you can forget my vocals on Holi Holi, and what I would say to any youngster out there, you know, if you want to be a drummer, listen to the drumming on Holi Holi. I mean, that's all played live, you know. I mean, we only went into the studio for 10 minutes, like I had to put keyboards down and the couple of riffs and that.
What instruments do you play yourself, Surj? Do you play any? I mean, I know you on the harmonium. You're quite good on the harmonium.
Yeah, I do the harmonium. I can have a little bash on the tabla talkie, but I'm no as my brothers.
So you are musical, because some obviously singers don't play any instruments. They don't understand music, but you fully understand it.
Playing, I'm okay, but my study of each instrument, we've been doing that since childhood.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean, our style, like my brother's ustad is Teri Khan, and he's tabla style. We've actually sat there and sat in lessons and listening to this guy perform. So every instrument we've studied. You know, people say how, you know, like our sound, that's how the sound was created, because we've studied so many genres of music, and we've all got our favourites as well, the Sahota brothers, and we just kind of incorporated that into what we do. You know, so that's how it was.
Surj, you know, I'm just sort of quickly glancing over all the emails and texts coming through, and there are so many. I must mention one listener now.
Yeah.
He's so loyal. Every time I play a Sahotas track, or every time, you know, the listeners get an opportunity to request something, Del from London will always ask for a Sahotas track. So can you give a little shout out? Well, he calls himself D Del, you know.
D Del, love and respect.
He's such a loyal fan.
D Del, love and respect, live on direct from Surj Sahota. God bless you.
It's almost like we have a bit of a private joke in the studio. I'll play his Sahotas track and we'll go, right, how long will it take before Del from London's going to email in? And then if I haven't heard from him for a couple of days, as soon as I play his Sahotas track, he's like, yeah, go on, Noreen, that was a good tune.
No, we love you so much, Del. This is for you. I hope you like the new tracks, and I've tried my best to keep the same flavour. But God bless you for, you know, keeping the name alive. God bless you, man.
And I can't believe, you know, we are slowly running out of time, Surj. I don't want it to, though. But remind everyone, if they want to come and see you perform, where are you going to be next Saturday? Or is it this Saturday, isn't it?
It's the week after.
Sorry,
the 21st. We're performing Second City Suite in Birmingham. The week after that, we're doing the 27th in Leicester, and I believe it is true and it is official. The songs are going to be available on iTunes
from tonight. From midnight. So if you want to get your hands on the brand new Sahotas tracks, you know what to do from midnight tonight. You're going to find this request, I think, hard to turn down, because now so many people are saying, Surj has got to do a bit of live singing. They want you to do one of your, you know, classic horse. Not that I want to ruin. Come on, Surj, when you're ready, treat us to a little bit of Hedia, maybe.
Okay, I'll do a few lines of Don't Get That. I know that's a personal favourite of yours as well. So I'll try, but I don't like singing on radio, but I will give it a shot. Here we go. नी प्यार तेरे नाल हो गया जदों डंग दिता खिया ने हाँ मैं तां वेखदा रह गया जदों डंग दिता खिया ने हाँ डंग दिता खिया ने हो डंग दिता खिया ने
Wow, there you go. You will not hear that live singing from Surj Sahota anywhere else.
That's a rusty version, but it's all right. Yeah.
Sounded all right to me, Surj. But listen, it's been such a pleasure having you in the studio today to talk and reminisce about, you know, the Sahota's journey, the albums, the hit tracks. And I mean, it's great that we're now looking forward as well to your new music